Hello everyone, I'm Admiral Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
And today we're going to tell you how we felt about
Lego Justice League Cosmic Clash.
Cosmic Clash? Why is it called Cosmic Clash, do you think?
I don't know, because Cosmic Boy's in it.
Okay, that's the reason?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the problem with your theory is that Cosmic Boy only shows up in the third act and for not all that long. He's not really in a lot of this movie. You know, when we picked this up, I kind of thought that it would have a lot more to do with the Legion of Superheroes. I kind of thought it was going to be a big Legion of Superheroes movie, and it kind of isn't that. It comes with, and I guess we don't have him here with us, but Jason's been playing with him. Who does it come with?
He comes with Cosmic Boy.
It comes with a Lego minifig of Cosmic Boy, which of course made me think that, again, that the Legion would be a lot more of a part of this, especially because the Bizarro League one had Bat-Zaro in it, and it was, you know, all about Bizarro and Bizarro stuff. And then the second one, the Legion of Doom one, had, who did that come with? Trickster?
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, so I guess Trickster wasn't in a whole lot of that, but he was you know, he was there at the beginning. Okay, so I mean, they went sort of obscure with those, except for Bat-Zaro. That one was pretty cool. But anyway, so it's called Cosmic Clash because it has a lot of cosmic-y space stuff. Do you know what cosmic means?
Yeah, it means in space.
Stuff having to do with space?
Yeah. Outer space.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit? This is the third one in the direct-to-video Lego Justice League series, which is watching a lot like a TV show. And I guess you could say that about a lot of ongoing series and franchises of even, you know, a lot of the big budget stuff. I like to say a lot that the Marvel movies sometimes feel like $200 million episodes of an ongoing television series because we're constantly building on things that came before, and it's kind of the next episode, the next installment in the thing. But this really kind of feels to me like a TV show. They are movie length, and they are certainly movies, but while I'm watching this, it's hard not to wish that I could get this every week. Jayson, can you tell us a little bit about the plot, about the story of Cosmic Clash? Who's the villain in this one?
Brainiac.
Brainiac, and what is he trying to do?
He's trying to, he is trying to collect planets.
Yeah, that's right.
And shrink them.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Brainiac usually does, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a collector?
Yeah, he in a story, Brainiac shrinks Washington D.C., the White House in Washington D.C.
Not in this.
No.
Oh, did you read a story where that happened?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Jason's catching up on his superhero and comic stuff, so you know about Brainiac already.
And Wonder Woman was trying to get Superman out of his miniature because he got smart too.
So here,
And the president.
so that's great. I didn't know you knew anything about Brainiac. Good job. So was it kind of fun to see this like sillier, more comedic version of Brainiac?
Yeah.
Did he make you laugh?
Mm-hmm.
I love Lego Brainiac. I think he's absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
His big thing is collecting, kind of like a fanboy, although they don't play him like this nerdy version. He's definitely a computer program, but he's of course the silly parody version where he uses some slang here and there, and like he talks really formally except for when he does it, and it's hysterical. But he collects more like somebody collecting snow globes or something, and he's really anal retentive, and he's really meticulous about it, and it's all about cataloging things. And of course, that's Brainiac in the comics, but this is just this hilarious exaggeration where the reason he goes after Earth, and the only reason really, besides the fact that, you know, that's one that he's heard of, is that he has a shelf of planets that start with the letter E, and he needs one to fit EA because he just got a planet that goes in in an EA slot, and it, not to be confused with the video game company, the EA slot, and then something happens to it, and
it gets flattened.
It gets flattened, yeah, and so he has to go get another planet, and so he goes after Earth simply because it begins with the letters EA, and that really cracked me up. Jason, so that's the villain, and then what's going on with Batman and the Justice League?
Where the Justice League, at the beginning, the Justice League, except Batman, they were playing hide and seek, and Batman, he walks in and he's being mean. And
is he upset with them? Why is he upset with them?
Because the Justice League are trying to find out what kind of friend he is, and at the end he learns about he's a friend of the Justice League.
So he learns how to be more of a team player, and he learns, but more importantly, because I mean, we've had this kind of ongoing arc for Batman in these, and of course these are it's definitely kiddie fare, and it's definitely, moral of the story type stuff, but there's plenty here for adults here, and I'll get to that in a little bit, but he kind of already learned how to be on the team, but he still acts like a loner, and this is more about kind of fulfilling the Super Friends concept that we dealt with in the last movie, going so far as to completely parody Super Friends and kind of make fun of the intro of that and use the Hall of Justice that looks exactly the way it did in Super Friends and all of that stuff. By the way, we've been loving these and had not had a chance to review these before this, so we thought we'd go ahead and finally get started with this one, but I liked the previous one a great deal too.
Yeah,
and
but, in the third part, there's a Batman versus Superman thing.
Let's get to that in a second after we do the boards.
Okay.
But I was just going to say that as Jason said, the idea is Batman is learning to trust the Justice League, and that he actually cares about them and understands them more than he thought that he did. It's a really good thing for kids to watch, I think, on the level of understanding what friendship means and what it means to be loyal to people that you care about. But I also think that it's great for adult comic book fans that that have read a lot of these stories that have kind of the super cynical Batman that can never bring himself to trust Superman. This tackles all of that stuff in a really lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek, and kid-friendly way, and I can't believe how, with these, how completely contemporary they've been, and yet how much heart is at the center of them. Jason, why don't you flip your board and tell us how you felt watching Justice League Cosmic Clash? And you've now spun it all the way around.
This makes me feel like this is a Lego Batman vs. Superman movie.
The Lego, that it's like a Lego Batman vs Superman movie. That's great. Yeah. Well, why don't you talk about that then? Was that kind of your favorite part?
Yeah.
Let's try not to give too much away, but they do kind of a Batman v Superman thing in that third act. This clearly knew when it was being released. And I want to say real quick, without saying anything else, that if you thought that Batman v Superman was too cynical and heartless about all of that, and about what Superman, is usually supposed to stand for, and of course he still might later on, but 2 movies we haven't quite gotten him there. If you're one of the folks that felt let down by that whole thing, and let down just by the fight itself and what it was, what the argument was, you'll probably enjoy this. And I don't want to say, this Lego thing, does that whole thing way better, but because it's a different thing, but it nails what's at the heart of that relationship.
Yeah. But, so the Brainiac makes Superman his own version.
Yeah, there's a Brainiac, so Superman becomes a Brainiac Superman.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah. Also, Supergirl is hilarious.
Was she one of your other favorite parts?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did they do? What did they kind of turn her into?
She's cheerleader.
She's a stereotypical airheaded cheerleader, and there's a lot of stereotypes in this because everybody is again exaggerated version of themselves or of something, and Supergirl like Jayson said is a cheerleader, and it's really funny, and they make her weirdly likable even though she's an airhead, and so I don't think it's too much just like pot shots for the sake of it and being a stereo. I mean, it is a stereotype, but I thought she was hilarious, and they make her the angry kind of 52 version without making it about the things that she was angry about. In that, she's just mad because she has to fight a whole bunch of robots, and that's driving her crazy. So she's this hothead that's this also really chipper cheerleader, and that juxtaposition is kind of fun. It's almost like Unikitty, in a way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where like she's super happy, but then she gets like for as happy as she is, she gets and chipper and bubbly. She gets equally, super angry. The cheers are hilarious.
Yeah, she makes cheers while
she's fighting.
She's fighting. And one of them, the very first one was really funny.
Was there anything about it you didn't like? Let's try to turn this way so that you can look at the camera.
I didn't like that that Green Lantern was a pirate.
Oh, why not?
Because he's a hero, not a pirate.
Yeah, but he didn't know who he was right then. But we don't want to. Let's not give too much away about it. Okay, should I go ahead and do my board?
Yep.
Okay. This movie made me feel like playing with action figures all day and then making up parodies of every recent DC comic story I've read. So I said that there is plenty here for kids and that this is... Oh, you should flip your sign. Are you feeling it?
Yep, I'm feeling it.
I said there's plenty of stuff here for kids, and of course it is a kids movie, but it's wonderfully layered so that if you are, and I mean, make no bones about it, this is certainly kind of a cookie cutter story, and I mean, it's well plotted for the kind of thing it is. There's a lot of great setup and payoff at the end, especially with some of the character stuff with Batman and Superman. There are a couple things that are mentioned at the beginning as potential ideas, and then they go with them at the end. The whole playing hide and seek thing that Jayson was talking about pays off in a really cool way at the end. But it is this relaxed, somewhat farcical, very parody kind of thing. But as a kid, there's so much stuff that you wouldn't necessarily pick up on, and it's stuff that you definitely wouldn't pick up on that adults and especially adult comic readers will really appreciate. I don't want to give away any of the references, but except to say that there is some, with the time travel, there's some Return of Bruce Wayne. That's all I'll say. If you've read comics in the last decade, DC comics, and if you read stuff a couple years before 52, some of this will crack you the heck up, and somebody loves Grant Morrison. That's all I'm saying. I am feeling it as well. I'm going to say it. These are my favorite things coming out right now for direct-to-video. I like these better than almost every movie coming out from the PG-13 stuff. I haven't watched the other kid-friendly Batman stuff. What is that? Batman Unlimited, I think. I've got one of those. We haven't watched it yet, but so I don't know how it compares to those. But these are hysterical, but they're also wonderfully satirical, and in places I'm going to say even a little bit poignant. This one, I think, on the negative side, I don't think as much of the humor landed for me as it did last time. There's some throwaway lines, jokes and things that weren't that funny to me, that just didn't quite land. and these are a lot more Batman-centric than I hope they'll stay as it continues. I'm assuming they'll just keep pumping these out, and I think they're selling well. Also, the animation is fantastic. It looks screen-worthy to me. Of course, it's done not in the same style as the Lego Movie. It's done in that in that computer-generated style, but it's top-notch computer animation, and I love these. I think they're just all kinds of fun. Anything else you want to say about it?
No.
All right, well, everybody, thanks as always for watching. We sure appreciate it. And Jayson and I will try to review something else for you down the line. You want to do some more How We Felt Abouts?
Yeah.
On some other kid stuff? It'll be fun? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks again, we sure appreciate it. And if you've seen these, let us know what you think about them. And as I said, we highly recommend this. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
Or I'm Admiral Logan. Jayson, I'm never going to get used to it. I'm Admiral Logan. And you're Jayson.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again next time. Well, you gotta do it to the camera. See, there you go.
Bye.